Well, hi Aries. Lena here with Cicalia Botanicals, and welcome to the first month of our Tarot Horoscope readings. I'm going to start off today with a Celtic Cross spread for your general December 2019 reading using my favorite deck, Shadowscapes. I'm going to also be using another well-loved deck of mine, Deviant Tarot. And I'm going to use this as a clarification deck if needed, if I'm called upon to do so. Typically, I find it beneficial, and I always love a little bit more information anyways. Then we have an Oracle deck. This is brand new to me, and I'm loving it. This is, I believe, the Amante Oracle deck. This is Living with a Feather Heart. I'm actually thinking I will do a review of this deck because I love it so much and highly recommend it. This I'm going to use just to pick a card for the overarching theme for all of Aries watching this in December of 2019. I went ahead before this and shuffled all of the decks, asked spirit guides that I work with to join us today and infuse these decks with your energy, Aries. So starting off, I'd like to get us going with our theme, Aries. I praise the goddess and the god. Some interesting artwork in this deck. We'll go over what that means in a moment. Now for your reading. So Aries, December 2019 general reading. Also, I want to make a note that on this channel, I focus the general readings predominantly on growth and wellness. So I prefer the topics, just because there's so much out there about love and even finance, to do something a little bit different and focus more on psychic development or career and entrepreneurial growth and projects or creative projects. If Spirit guides me to speak on other topics, of course I'm going to. Yeah, I just wanted to have more of a focus on that because I don't think there's enough of that out there, doing the personal work that we all need to be doing to be better people, to help this world be a better place. So, my amazing, fiery, motivated, intelligent Aries, you are standing right now at the Two of Wands, starting off in this month of December. Currently crossing you. What is crossing you? Oh, so the Five of Cups. Some sort of loss, a breakup, something hurting your heart. What is right behind you? The Ten of Swords. A lot of anxiety, stress, overwhelming thoughts. So what's ahead of you in the short future, in the short-term future? Aquarius, December 2019, December 2019. Ooh, the Lovers. This is good news, Aries. All right. In your thoughts, what's dominating your thoughts with Aries December, in the month of December of 2019? Page of Pentacles. Ooh, so some new foundational energies. All right. Interesting. So your feelings. What is dominating your feelings, in particular your subconscious motivations? Ooh, that flew out. The Two of Cups. All right, we got the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Okay. Okay, we might be talking about love, I'm thinking. Or passions. The thing that you are driven by, most passionate about. You'll know that if this is speaking to you, exactly what that is. Advice for Aries, December 2019. So I shuffle my decks down here. That's what I'm doing. Advice. No advice. Come on, where's your advice? No. Advice for Aries, December 2019. Advice from Spirit. There we are. The Hierophant. All right. the Hierophant? Major Arcana card. More traditional card. Spiritual card. And what is in your environment, Aries, that you are going to be affected by but potentially don't have a lot of control over for this month? The Chariot. Wow, you're getting some major arcana cards today. December is going to be quite the month, I think, for you. So, hopes and fears for Aries in December. Oh, this one wants to come out. Ace of Cups, some new emotional beginnings. Ooh, all right. Changes for sure. I see it. See it on the horizon. Some difficult ones and but some really, really good ones. Two of Wands. All right, is where you're at. Okay. So final outcome for December of 2019 for Aries. Queen of Cups. You got a lot of emotions going on right now, Aries. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. So clarification. Clarification. Yeah, let's take a look at that Two of Wands, where you're standing, an Ace of Swords, and then also the Hierophant. I want a little bit more about that advice to Aries that was so difficult to pull out. Let's get some clarification from a different deck that has a little bit of a different perspective. Oh, there it is. The Page of Swords. Okay, okay. Okay. All right. Also, let's check out this Praise the Goddess and the God. So, advice, you had the Hierophant, which is a little bit more of a spiritual card, but more of a patriarchal card and a doing things by the book, or with a certain set of guidelines. And Page of Swords. So some new ideas. I'm going to go over this here in a second. So I wanted just to point out a couple of astrological dates for everybody this month in December. December 2nd, we have Jupiter going into Capricorn. So this is a very exciting time for some of us. Aries, you're a fire sign. And so this transition might be a little bit more difficult for you. However, I really see actually most of you being more aware of those that are working to be aware of your feelings and your motivations, that this is actually going to work well for you. So doing the self-work is going to be paramount this year, and this transition is going to be for the next year and couple weeks before it moves again into the next sign, Aquarius. So the next state, a little bit more about that. This Capricorn has a lot to do with work. So in the realm of Jupiter, which can be a little bit erratic and all over the place, which sometimes Aries you can work well with, or completely the opposite. If it goes completely against what you were wanting to have happen, it's probably a little bit aggravating and irritating. So I see this taking some of that bite out of that energy. You're going to get, really like down to the nitty-gritty into the work of what you need to be doing and focused on that. I think if you really go within and do the work, you will find yourself focused. And I think this is for pretty much most of the signs. You're going to reap the rewards. So do the work and manifest. It's an exciting month, and at the end of the month, you're going to really see this energy amp up with the new moon. The next date in the month of importance or to note would be December 12th. It's going to be a full moon in Gemini. There's going to be feelings for the need of change, possible distractions. I actually think that you're going to do fairly well with this full moon, Aries. If you stay in your own energy space, if you don't allow others to pull at your energy, you actually are going to be one of the signs that I think will feel less perturbed by this full moon. It also depends about other aspects of things going on in your chart, but as an overall whole. The next thing to note would be December 20th with Venus moving into Aquarius, which means more adventure in your love life. So since I actually see a number of things going on with your love life and some transitions, I see this being very much highlighted for you this day. So note December 20th on your calendar and how this relates to your love life and decisions you make around that. December 21st, we have the winter solstice. There's going to be, of course, celebrations starting. It's the holidays, work parties, lots of things going on. Typically, you will find yourself reaching out to friends more at this time, but what you will find this particular energy is supporting a deeper connection with those relationships, those people that we already have strong relationships with. You'll go deeper with, and this might also parallel that energy with your love life. So maybe you're taking the next step with this love, this new love, or it might not actually. I don't see it honestly being new. I see it being a new commitment or a new level. And then I have December 26th, that new moon in Capricorn. So this is going to be a day all about manifestation. So doing spell work, moon magic, focused on professional endeavors. You prepare to get busy this next year with your professional work and projects, side hustles. You're going to really be manifesting a lot this upcoming year and getting this ball rolling with this new moon. We'll start really the next day, December 27th, with the moon going into the waxing energy. So this is a time to decide what you're going to commit to and commit to it and do it. And this is for everybody. Going back to your reading, your overall theme of I praise the goddess and the god, I'm going to read from you from the actual Oracle deck book. I praise the goddess and the god. The word netter describes the gods and goddesses of Egyptian philosophy. The word itself loosely translates to force of nature. Ancient Egyptians believed that, like the avatars of the Hindu belief system, these forces were the living embodiments of the infinite universal lessons hidden and found within nature. Unity with nature, the all, being the highest level of understanding one could achieve, true balance is found through the reconciliation that there is a lesson within every reflection of the life experience, light and dark. And I think you're going to be seeing this month the end of a dark period and the beginning of this transition into a much lighter period with matters of the heart, or work that is a passion that brings you joy, that is a matter of your heart. Confidence in justice and finding love and acceptance with the all are the never-ending story of consciousness cycle of life, death, resurrection, and rebirth. This is what it means to honor the ideal of the goddess and the god, not as deities to worship, but rather powers to come into relationship with. It is to honor the holographic energies of nature's forces and appreciate what it means to embody both the masculine and the feminine. Not as gendered modus operandi, but as shimmering of the various qualities of nature. To carry the glow of the god represents an application of the left hemisphere of mind and the energies of science, logic, linear time, binary perception, physical strength, waking reality, and non-attachment. To live in the iridescence of the goddess represents the utility of the right hemisphere of mind and the energies of art, intuition, cyclical time, magic, ritual, dream language, the astral realm, and emotion. Whew, it's a lot. So finding balance in the synthesis is to live this ideal in the immersive light of truth, to find what is within through what is without, and to uncover idealization without idolization. So, taking a look at, so where you stand right now, we have the Two of Wands with the Ace of Swords. So you are at the Two of Wands versus the Nine of Wands is similar but very different energy at the same time. Two of Wands being serving something that is much more like a new situation, like where to start, and being, I see it more guarded, and the Ace of Swords, like this is brand new thoughts, new ideas. So you're in this moment of, I want to say, self-imposed limbo. Like you're literally not stuck between two places. Like you are there because you put yourself there, and you're deciding where to go next. And I think that the hesitation, I mean, it's not like you're trying to decide between two different things. It's like you're trying to decide it, like all. Something, you are leaving behind the Ten of Swords and you are now in the Ace of Swords. So you've left something in the near past, even within the last 6 months, that was very stressful for you. Maybe kept you up at night, really worried you. And that is behind you now. So you've stepped into this new realm of like some place that's really new and fresh and new beginnings. There is some sort of heartbreak, disappointment that's crossing you. It could be a relationship having ended and your inability to move on, or your inability to accept that it's over. It could also be not even just a relationship, but a career or an actual job or the place where you live. Because I do see you thinking a lot. You're thinking a lot about the Page of Pentacles, which is, you're thinking a lot about brand new foundations. So I could see this as maybe some of you have just gone through a divorce, or you're going through a divorce, and you're trying to figure out where you're going to live and how are you going to make enough money. And I mean, that's one of the things it could be. But what you're really thinking about, though, is love, following your passions. How do I do all of this? And this is what's pushing you forward, and eventually is going to get you to that next place, and you do indeed get there, to the Lovers, which is like the more profound step from the Two of Cups. It's a significant card. There's some dualities that can be played out here, but because I see your final outcome in the Queen of Cups, I think I see it being as very positive, very emotionally fulfilling. You're going to end this month feeling amazing. So the advice would be Page of Swords, Hierophant. Be smart about your next steps. Maybe consult someone, I would definitely consult an attorney. I would, whoever you go to for guidance, a mentor, people that know more about whatever the subject is at hand, please go to them for advice. Don't just try to wing this on your own. And please be very careful about the things that you say, text, write, even say to other people that might not be involved with a certain situation that you may potentially be going through. So what you will find is that your environment is changing, whether you like it or not. And something is pressing forward and you're leaving behind something at the same time. And it's all good. So you're really hoping for some like emotional fulfillment. I see Aries, like maybe there's been some serious strife going on, and that is over. And you are stepping into a really solid emotional place. It's happening really quick, really quick. I'm really excited for you. I would love to hear how your month unfolds. If I see this heavily more of a romance thing, a love thing, or a career or profession or a creative project that is strong, tied very strongly to what you're passionate about, what makes your heart sing, what gives you joy. Yeah, so good luck to you this month. I think you're setting yourself up for a really amazing 2020, and not only a new year, but a new decade we're approaching, which is nuts. So I look forward to seeing you again, and I wish you so much happiness, beautiful health, and abundant wealth. Blessed be.